Hello, guys. It's been so long. It's been so long. Let me stop. Hey, y'all. I know it's been a while. Listen, life has been happening, okay? But we're back. Welcome to Room for Conversation. It is your host, your curator, your speaker, your girl, your friend, your home girl. It's me, Nisi. I'm back. Hey, how y'all doing? I hope that you guys have all been well. Okay, let me just save that. Let me fix my camera a little bit. There we go. So, just a little life update. I've been working. I've been working. I'm not even gonna hold you. I've been working, and I've been going through some things. I'm looking for a place to live. I'm not homeless, but I'm still looking for another place to live, my own privacy. That's what's going on. I got promoted. I'm sorry I keep sitting up, but come on. Those who know me, I know I got the chest, my back be hurting. But yeah, I got a promotion at my job, so I'm definitely full time now. And I've just been, preparing for that. I've had work trainings and a lot has been going on, you know. But we back, baby. And listen, I promised y'all that the next time I do a video, it was going to be foster care part 3. And that's exactly what I'm going to give y'all today. I might cry because I'm a little crybaby, but so what? So what? Who cares? Just a little tears. Let me stop. As you can see, I'm in a good mood. Honestly, I was sick for 2 months straight. I was just going through it, and I got better. And so I couldn't give y'all a video because my hair was not done, child. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: I ain't sitting in front of no camera without my hair done. And my hair was done today, but for those who know me, y'all know I always complain about this. I have the straightest hair on earth. How I went to go get my hair curled, soon as I stepped out the salon, they dropped. Let me stop. Okay, so today will be foster care part 3. This is going to be a heavy topic for me because I really don't talk about this a lot, but I'm going to start from the beginning. Just a warning. This is going to be about sexual harassment, rape, sexual abuse. This is where I'm going with that. So if you are not ready to hear that, if you are struggling and this is a trigger for you, I totally understand if you don't want to continue watching this. That's fine. I appreciate you watching up to this point, and whatever that you're dealing with, the trauma that you may have, I hope that you get through it because it's a struggle. I still struggle with it today. Um, so let's just jump right into it. So after my grandmother died, let me start from the beginning. So I was assaulted sexually as a child. My grandmother she never knew about it. I never said anything, and it was crippling because I didn't know what to do. Um, Here's my thing. When I was a kid, I was very rambunctious. Now that I'm older, some behaviors that I had, I realized were, signs of me being sexually assaulted. I used to just do things that children should not be doing to themselves. But, as a child, I didn't teach myself that. Someone showed me that. Someone did that to me. So that's why I was doing it to myself. And back then, growing up in the 90s, they did not address sexual assault the way we address it today. They didn't address molestation the way we address it today. So I was being molested. And after my grandmother died, I went to one of my godmother's house. And after staying there for a while, it started to dawn on me, I really didn't want to be there. It was just too much, I was dealing with And this is no shade. This is my truth, But it is what it is. Like, everything that was happening in that house was just not somewhere that I wanted to be. We were being put through unusual harsh treatment, standing in the corner with encyclopedias on our head, dictionaries on our head, reading the dictionary, writing down it word for word, memorizing the Constitution, and all this other dumb stuff that you don't need. Like, it was no point in making us do any of that. Making us jog to ballet class from Mount Vernon to Yonkers, running up hills, being told that I'm big, and always just, talking about my body. And I was a little girl. That should have never been done to me, period. I don't care who thought they had good intentions. They were not good intentions for me. It should have never been done. So, and on top of that, like, I started realizing that I was not going to be seeing my brother and sister, and I felt like nobody was advocating for me to have a visit with my brother and my sister. I'm 10 years old. I watched my grandmother die in front of me. Nobody got me therapy for that. Nobody ever talked to me about that. Nobody, I was having PTSD, and people were just continuing life like, like that traumatic event didn't happen to me. Like, nobody sat me down and talked to me, comfort me, asked me how I was feeling, none of that. It was just, life just goes on. You're with us now. That's it. Like, just forget your whole life. Now, after my grandmother passed away, I had a very big lapse in my memory. But as a kid, children are not good with time anyway. But I say that for a reason. So let me tell you what happened. So I ran away, and I almost got, like, I did get kidnapped. I ran away and I immediately got kidnapped. It's not funny. But, like, I had ran away, and, like, this crackhead, I'm calling her a crackhead, she was blocking my way from going to 241st Wakefield. I was trying to go to the train station. I don't know where I was going, honestly. But I just knew that I had to, I had to get up out of there. Excuse me, my eyelash is just bothering me. There we go. I just knew I had to get up out of there, child. So I was going to 241st Wakefield. Y'all know that train station? In the middle of the night, it was like 2, 3 in the morning. I had ice skates in my bag and a sleeping bag. I don't know where I thought I was going. Anyway, so the crackhead, like, caught me, and she was like, if you go to the train station, the police are going to catch you. You don't want that. Just come to me. And she took me to this, like, trap house where it was mad kids in there. And they were sending those kids to Florida. And I was like, oh, no, I got to go. So, I went to sleep that night or whatever. But I didn't really go to sleep. But eventually I did fall asleep. When I woke up in the morning, she told one of the dudes there to take me to McDonald's, give me something to eat. And we went to the McDonald's. It was a cop in there. And I walked right up to him, and I was like, excuse me, I ran away last night. And that dude, he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. He was like, the cop. He was like, you was by yourself? And I'm looking for the dude. Like, no, this guy brought me here. That man was gone, okay? He saw that cop. He was like, he saw me walk up to the cop, and he split like a Law and Order SVU episode, okay? He was out of there. But the cop took me back to the precinct. And, I feel bad that I did that to my godmother, because I'm pretty sure she was, like, really worried and stressed out about me when she found out that I was missing and I wasn't there. But then again, like, I kind of don't feel bad, because I'm going to tell you why I don't feel bad. And there's no shade to her. Like, I love my godmother. We have an understanding. But it is what it is. And, like, she knows me. She knows how I am. She knows I stand by everything that I do. There's a reason. There's a method to the madness. I don't just do things just to do them. I've never been that way. But anyway, so they took me to, like, this ATS building, and to check me out and stuff like that. And the lady there was like, well, why did you run away? And another lady was like, well, if you don't want to go back, you need to give us a really good reason why you cannot go back there. And for the first time, I admitted that I was molested by her son, my godmother's son. He molested me. And they asked me what happened and stuff like that. And I really can't remember. I think I was like maybe 7 or 8. I don't really know. I don't know the age I was because my memory is not too good. Um, I can't pinpoint like the day, the year. If I'm like, I can't do it. But I know I was like 7 or 8, and I forgot what I got in trouble for. But I know my godmother was going to the laundromat, and I was in trouble, so I had to go to bed. And I used to sleep on the top bunk. And he walked up to the top bunk, and he put his nasty fingers in my vagina. He did that. I don't care what that man say. He did that. And I'm going to say this after I just said that. Like, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't care what happens after this. I don't care. And I'm going to explain that moving forward. Because what happened after this was not fair to me. And I definitely grow bitter every day that goes by because I realized that incident cost me way more than it cost him. That man did not go to jail, okay? And he had his little family member going around just throwing my name in the dirt, talking all this mess about me to other people in our church. And let me say this, okay, because this was a grown woman doing this. It wasn't my godmother. It was another grown woman doing that. Just talking about me to church people, saying, I'm fresh and stuff like that. Man, this boy is almost a grown man. And any grown boy who look at little girls like that, is something wrong with him. It ain't nothing wrong with me. But I admitted to that because I didn't want to go back. Because I realized that if I would have stayed there, I never would have. I don't want to be controlled, and I don't want to grow up where I am restricted. I need to be myself, and I'm wild anyway. And that don't mean I'm wild in a bad way. It just means I have a wild personality. I need to feel free, okay? And I need to be able to speak how I want to speak. I need to be able to make my own choices and my own decisions and stuff like that. And that's just that. And even at 10, I knew that I could not stay there because it has been so long since I saw my sister and my brother, and I felt like nobody was doing anything for me to go see them. So I said what I said, and I didn't make it up. It was true, and he know that that's true. And if you ask him, that's why he don't like me to this day. He still don't, but it's true. And you're going to die knowing that it's true, that you did that, because you did do that. And I know you did that, and you know that you did that. But anyway, so that happened, and, that's how I ended up in the system for real. And that just it trickled down into how my relationship, I'm not gonna front, my godfather, he never treated me a certain type of way after that happened. But as I got older, I realized that he definitely it affected him and how he treated me. And that wasn't fair that a grown-ass woman was walking around tarnishing my name. I'm a little girl, and you're doing that. So that, you're ruining relationships that you have no business in. And it really, what was going on was not your business for you to even speak on. And you went and you put, bad stuff on my name. A little girl. But you Christian. You a Christian woman. That's why I be thinking that Christianity shit is bullshit, alright? Excuse my language. But anyway, so I go into foster care and stuff like that, and I'm young, I'm not really understanding what's going on. I try to call my godmother that night. She told the lady that whose house I was at that she don't ever want to speak to me again. And I don't know what else she said to that lady on the phone, but whatever she said to that lady on the phone, that lady got off the phone. And I used to have long hair. I have hair now, but my hair was long back then, and that lady cut my hair off. I'm not saying she did it because my godmother told her to do it. I'm pretty sure my godmother didn't tell her to do that, but I don't know what she said to that lady. That lady cut my hair off. And I moved around, So fast forward, I'm 12. I haven't spoken to them in 2 years. I'm totally separated from that life. I'm really in foster care. And I go to this house in Fort Greene. And my foster mother there, um, we're gonna I'm gonna call her Miss King. She had a brother who was a truck driver. Right now, around 12, I was already developing breasts. Okay, they was there. They wasn't this big, but they was there. And we had a pool table in on one of the floors because Miss King, she had a house, and I think like on the third floor. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm burping, but Miss King had a 4-story house, and on the third floor, it was a pool table. So one day I was there, I was playing pool, and her brother leaned over and he touched my breast, and I smacked his hand away, and I looked at him, and I walked away because I was scared. This is a man, full grown man, at least in his late 40s, and I'm 12 years old. What are you touching my breast for? I forgot what he said to me because he said some shit to me, and I went and we had other foster kids in the home, and I was talking to the girls about it, and they admitted that they were like, sexually assaulted by him, but they were scared to say something because they didn't want to be separated, they didn't want to be moved, they were already comfortable, and one day I'm just like, I told them like, well, I'm gonna speak up. All right, like y'all gonna have my back? They're like, yeah, we gonna have your back. Lying ass bitches did not have my back. So I tell Miss King like about what happened and about him touching my breast and stuff like that. And the whole family turned against me like, oh no, he didn't do that to me. Like, I don't know why she said that. Knowing that they was lying. They definitely told me that man was in there touching on them. Like, why would you lie? So now, even though I'm telling the truth the whole time, this is the second incident where people are making me out to be a liar, and I'm not lying at all. I'm genuinely telling the truth. So, I get moved out that home, whatever. I go to a couple other foster homes and stuff like that, and then I end up on campus, and I'm debating if I should talk about what happened on campus, because let me tell y'all something. Things happened to me on campus, okay? And my issue with what happened to me on campus was that because people made me out to be a liar when things happened to me during my time on campus, not only was I not believed, staff made up rumors about me that was not true. By the time I was on campus, I was like 13, still a virgin, still had my innocence. I was wild. I used to run away and stuff like that, but I wasn't a bad kid at that point where it was just, where I was like out of control, like fighting and, smoking cigarettes. I was never that type of kid. When I got to Graham, I started hanging out with the wrong crowd. So this is before I got into like the group of friends that I consider, I'll talk about them at another time because, those group of friends don't have anything to do with that. But I started hanging out with these two girls who were definitely like having sex. They 16 and 15. I'm only 13. But my body's developed. I'm looking like I'm older. But my mind says very young. And there's a rule: if you go AWOL with someone, you got to stay with them. And something happened when I went AWOL with one of the girls. And you ever been in a moment where something happened to you and you just freeze? Because I witnessed, like, first of all, I'm 13. These were grown men, okay? I was trying to leave out that apartment, and they dragged me back in that apartment, okay? And this one dude, he was so upset that I would, like, not give him any attention. Not knowing, that I'm 13. Not that it's an excuse. Because let me tell you something. If a female is not interested in you, walk away. Just walk away. That's all you have to do. And I'm just, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I hold on, I'm doing a video right now. Let me call you back. Okay. All right. So it was just one of those things where it was just like, I froze in a moment because this man ejaculated on my arm. Like he played with himself and he ejaculated on my arm. And I froze because I just, first of all, I was like, what is that? Okay? Because it was disgusting. And I didn't know what to do. I'm 13. I never seen anything like that. But the girl I was with, she in the back just having the time of her life. And I'm in the other room fighting for my life. When we got back to campus, I'm assuming she told them her version of what happened and they believed her. And a staff member went and started spreading a rumor that I was selling myself. When you don't believe someone has been raped or sexually assaulted and you create that type of rumor about them, it follows them and it affects the justice that they get. And it got to the point where it was just like, why would I even say anything at this point? No one's believing me. Everybody think I just want it. Why? I don't even have that type of personality. Not saying that anyone has that type of personality, but why would you say that about me? I'm a little girl. And I didn't understand the game of living living in a group home. I didn't understand because I never been in an environment like that. So she put that on me. Why would you put that on me? It followed me. And it got to the point where I said, that is not true. I've never done anything like that. Even to this day, no matter how hard things have gotten to me, like no matter how hard it is, that's never going to be something that I do. No shade to anybody who does something like that. If that's your lifestyle, I respect it. I hope that you're safe. But for my own personal reasons and my own self-respect and how I feel about things, I would never do anything like that because I'm not that type of person. I don't mess with people for how or what they could do for me. It's about how I feel. And you a grown woman and you said that about me. And you know who you are. So, after that, it was just like I stopped caring about everything. I was just a wild child. Like, I'm going out of program, I'm drinking, I'm, going AWOL, I'm with whatever. Like, I don't know why be a good girl? Why go to school? Why maintain my studies? Why try to be a positive person? When every time I turn around, some man want to put his hands on me. And I get blamed for it. And nobody sticks up for me. Nobody says anything about it. Nobody defends me. And, I'm a kid. I have nobody. It's just me. And when you have people who are against you because they have something bigger to protect, and you feel that heat, child, listen, well, I'm not going to cry. So I'm going to move forward because you ain't going to get me. You ain't going to get me. You're not going to get me. So anyway, I date a couple. And let me say this also because, that staff, she was so quick to try to tell people that I was selling myself for sex and for money, whatever. But I had a boyfriend, right? Kitty love. I never even kissed him. I wouldn't even kiss him. I was too shy. I was too scared. I remember that because I had a friend, Brittany, and we were in an administration building, and he was in Hayden, and she was like, trying to make me kiss him and stuff like that. I did not want to kiss that boy. Never kissed him. Probably gave him a little, that's it. Because I thought boys was still icky at 13. But someone with that mindset, as a child is out selling themselves for sex, ma'am, you have to quit it. You have to stop. Okay? You have to. Anyway, so some other things happened, but it mostly started, with my godmother's son. And she protected him, she was on his side. Like, and whatever, that's your kid, you could do whatever. But I'm gonna say this, right? When I got older, I was told if I wanted to continue building a relationship with someone that I had to admit that what he did, that I lied about what he did. And naively, I said, yeah, he didn't do that. And I apologized to him because I wanted to build a relationship with someone that I was close with as a child. But that was the wrong thing to do. And I do take it back. And I'll take it back. I'm not going to apologize for that ever again. I'm not going to take shit back because when he accepted that fake ass apology, he knew that I was lying about apologizing because he knew what he did. And it wasn't fair for me to be put in that situation. And this is why I be saying that I feel like people don't really care about me. They care about how I exist in their world and who I could be for them. I'm not going to get into all the sexual abuse and stuff that I've been through while I was in foster care. I'm not going to get into all of that because I don't have the time to do it. But I'm going to say this, right? I don't believe that there's someone out there who loves me enough to protect me when it comes to the adults who were in my life. Because everybody always ran to defend somebody else. And I had to defend myself. I had to learn some shit on my own. Because if it was up to other people, they would just let me drown and not care. But now you know what I be hearing? Oh, I'm so proud of you. What you proud of? You was the same one trying to bring me down, trying to put stuff on my name. And if it's one thing about me, I don't lie. I don't tell lies about things like that. I ain't never lied about a man putting his hands on me when I don't want that to happen. And I don't care how free will or how fresh I was as a child. There was never a day in my life where I wanted them dirty ass hands to touch me. None of them. And this is why I treat men how I do. Because I'm not going to play with you. And, when I say stop and I say no, I mean that shit. Stop. Get off of me. And when you refuse to do that, that lets me know that you don't really care about me. You don't care about what I want. You don't care about me at all. You care about what you could do for yourself, what you could get out of it. And that notion of, oh, you a pretty girl, I don't care about that shit. Being attractive don't matter. Because everybody's attracted to somebody. But nobody ever stopped to think like, that's kind of odd. Even if I was the type of little girl to try to entice a damn teenager, why was that teenager not smart enough to tell his mother? Because he knew that shit was wrong. That situation happened, and that is part of the reason why my relationship with my godfather went sour. And I'm not blaming the whole thing on just that, because my godfather was a grown-ass man who could make his own decisions, and he made the wrong one, and we tried to fix it because he never heard my side. There's a lot of things that I don't be talking about. But I'm gonna start talking about it. I'm gonna tell you that. I know this one left and I got real, you know, whatever. But my advice for this video is when you run to someone and you tell them what's going on and they don't listen, run to somebody else. Keep going to somebody else until you find that person that's going to listen and that's going to believe you. Because you going to run into somebody that's going to believe you. You going to run into somebody that's going to care. And my issue with black women is that y'all be so quick to defend toxic black men because they're your sons, they're your nephews, they're whatever. And you know they ain't right. You know. Don't tell me years later you had a feeling that I was telling the truth. You knew I was telling the truth when it happened. But ain't nobody ever stand up to defend me. And then you want me to turn around and be a part of a fucking community that turned against me because of what happened to me. I'm going to let y'all sit with that. I know this was supposed to be one way, and I'm sorry. But it is what it is. Anyway, let me wrap this up because I'm supposed to be going to the gym with my friend. That's who called me earlier. I really don't want to stay for too long. But I'm sorry, y'all, that this video went left. I'm still going to post it. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I tried. I knew this was going to be a little difficult for me. But I got through it the best way I could, Sexual assault and rape is very serious. It's serious. It's nothing to play with. And I feel like I don't know, man. I'm just to that point where it's just like, honestly, I'm trying to get all of this off my chest before I turn 30 because I don't want to live the rest of my life attached to these things, bringing me down. Not being able to trust somebody. Because the reality is that, I do have someone who is in love with me and want to be with me. And I won't give that man a chance because I can't trust it. Everything he say to me sound like a lie. And I met this guy when I was 16. We met on campus, actually. And we did mess around. We dated for a little bit. And then when I left campus and he left, I used to go visit him in East New York all the time. And this is somebody, like, if I had to say that I believe in soulmates, he would be that. Like, he's my, I don't know how to explain it, but, this is somebody who never really did anything to me. He knows, like, all this stuff in detail that I didn't give y'all. And he's very protective of me. Always have been since I met him. And I just won't submit to being in a relationship because I cannot function. Because I don't trust men. I feel like there's always like an ulterior motive. And sometimes most of the time, I'll be right. But I don't know. That's a whole different conversation for another time. I want to thank y'all for coming to the room and just hanging out with me while I go on this like mini rant. My eyelash is messing up. I'm waiting for it to come off. I don't want to snatch it off. But yeah. Chat with me in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Let's talk about it. I'm going to eventually get to like body dysmorphia and talk more about that. I mentioned it earlier in this video. But I just wanted to make sure I hit y'all with a video because it's been a while and I missed y'all. But until next time, darlings, I will see you soon. Thank you for coming to the room. Have a great night. And we'll catch up at another time.